Hello everyone. We're just back from having spent the holidays away with family, and as it happens very often, we came back with some plant goodies. So we might as well just show you what we smuggled in with our luggage. First, we visited a colleague of my mother that has the most amazing orchid collection and plant collection in general. And I felt so fortunate that we were able to see his collection and to be able to talk to a fellow orchid lover and learn a trick or two. And if that wasn't kind enough of him, we also came away with a bunch of plant presents.
He was kind enough to give us this beautiful Hoya. We think this is a Hoya carnosa. We repotted it as soon as we got home because we had to bring it bare root. We're probably gonna hang it next to our other Hoya, which is a public calyx, in our bedroom window.
He also gave us a huge thing of Spanish moss, or this Tillandsia you see right here. It was practically my height. It was so big. And of course I couldn't put that in my luggage with a mount and everything. So what we did was trim that one, leave it with my parents, the bulk of it, because it looked beautiful. And we're just gonna make our own little mount from this and hopefully be able to grow it here, either inside by the window or maybe try and put it in our balcony, but I think at least in the summers it's gonna have to be inside, otherwise it's gonna dry out in like 10 minutes. I'm disappointed that we forgot to take a picture of how beautiful this looked when he gave it to us. But either way, we're gonna try and replicate what he did with this. And if you're interested, we can film it for our channel too. And now for the thing I was most excited about, which is this propagation of his beautiful Coelogyne cristata. I've been wanting one of these for a long time, but for some reason they haven't been showing up for sale around here as much. And I know this is not the easiest to grow, especially because it needs cold. And I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and take this opportunity and learn how to put this one and also my cold requiring dendrobiums outside for the winter. But yeah, we're gonna have a Coelogyne cristata for the first time, which is a plant that I find not only the flowers beautiful and the scent, but I love the round little bulbs too. So if we have the time before we put the video up, I'm also gonna repot this and hopefully see if we can grow it. From my parents' yard, we also bought a bunch of cuttings. And bear in mind that some of these plants I think are not easy to propagate through stem, but you know, we had absolutely nothing to lose by stealing a few cuttings and putting them in water and see if we luck out. So I think we have some Camellia cuttings, some Azalea, several colors of Hibiscus, and a berry bush that I now don't remember the name in English, but I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, we're gonna leave it in water to root and then see if we can grow this in our little patio.
And now for a bunch of dead plants and some dirt. These are some Coleus cuttings we brought from Isa's parents' house. And I know now they don't look the best, but in our experience, they're really easy plants to propagate. And they do tend to look terrible before they begin to look better. So hopefully we can still save them. If not, we have access to the source, so we can just get more.
Coleus is not really a plant I love, but I could not say no to these dark leaves. And we already have another plant that a neighbor left behind when he moved. So I guess right now, even though it's not my favorite type of plant, we have a little Coleus collection, I guess.
It's a plant you learn to love and it grows on you.
Yeah, it grows everywhere, that's why it grows on you. So we're now going to do the repot on our little Coelogyne cristata. Well, I don't know if we can call it a repot if we're just going to pot it, but either way. And the roots on her are looking a little bit dry because we were very bad orchid growers, and as soon as we got home we had a bunch of stuff going on. Jay wasn't feeling good. I had a terrible 3-day migraine, so we ended up not taking care of the plants right away, and I think some of these roots ended up desiccating, which I know is terrible because I've read that the Coelogyne cristata really sulks when you mess with the roots, so I can't imagine what she's gonna do after being unpotted from her beautiful clay pot, put in a piece of luggage. shoved in an aeroplane and then left out to dry for a couple of days. So let's hope we can keep her alive after all of that. And I know she's a bit tight in this container, but it was either this one or one that is so comically big that I don't think she was gonna like it either way. So I'm gonna try and keep her here. Her directions of growth are here, so maybe this one I can hope it grows this way. This one's already pointing that way, so yeah, there's a lot of wishful thinking in this repot, but you know, just indulge my delusions and let's keep going. I'm just using the smallest grade of bark from Orchidaceae that we have, and quite a bit of cut up sphagnum, because I read that, like any orchid that's not very easy to take care of, she likes a lot of water in the summers, which was when the weather is at its driest around here, but it also needs to drain well. So I'm either gonna completely suffocate her or dry her out, because the summers around here are no joke. I'm also struggling with whether or not I'm gonna put her outside now, because she's been through a lot. On the other hand, I read that they like to be outside for the winter, and she was outside in her previous home. Although the temperatures there are much more temperate and there's a much higher humidity. So yeah, I'm gonna research a bit and then I'm gonna decide if I put her outside or not. Running low on sphagnum. Running low on sphagnum. Okay, I think we're pretty much done here. Now I have to look up some videos on how to grow it, because I read a couple of articles and I already had some idea of how to grow cristata, but I've heard of so many people struggling with these that, and especially because this was a gift, I really want to get this right. So I guess that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and you know the whole spiel. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.